I know they got most of it. I don't know if they got that part over there, though. But it looks like they got most of it covered. I know they just got done doing that one over there. So maybe that's all drying. I don't know. And now look at, he's pouring it on here. And then he's gonna smear it on here. Wow, look at that. Wow. Interesting. It's quite a procedure. I'm glad they know what they're doing, because I don't know what they're doing. I'm just putting it on both sides. Putting it down. Wow. Cool, cool, cool. Can't wait to see the finished product. Electricians are here today. We added 2 more strip lights to the front of the bar. Looks freaking amazing. And they're working on the strip lights that go under the shelves. It's gonna look awesome. So it was a rather quiet day. One of those days where you just feel like they didn't get anything done, but yet it was a day where they had to do all the markings. This is where they had to put all of their tape because they have to do everything in 4x4 squares. So even though it seems like they weren't doing anything today, it's like they were. So I don't know if you can see it all, but it's literally having to tape everything off. It's like when you paint and you've got to do all the layout before you paint. That's kind of what it is here. Like everything has to be taped. I don't know if you can even see it. It's so light, but everything has to be laid out tape wise. So everything's going to be in 4x4 squares. So I kept thinking, why aren't they doing anything today? But they were. They were literally doing all of these, putting all this tape down. See it? Yeah. So. Okay. So we are so ready for glass. I guess it's gonna come next week. But yes, we are ready. We're going to be putting all the alcohol back on the shelves now today. Yay! Everything's painted. Everything is ready to go. So cool. So cool. So I think all the hardware is going to get put back on back here. They've got this all painted. Gonna get this all cleaned up today. But it is looking amazing. So cool. So cool. I'm so glad I decided to do the under lighting under the shelves too, so that it shines down on the alcohol. Yeah. So cool. So cool. The lighting was a game changer. Okay, we're in the middle of putting the alcohol up. You almost don't want to put the alcohol up because it's so pretty over here. Oh my gosh, but look at that. It's amazing. Amazing. Wow. Perfect bar setup. Perfect. Wow. Yep. Beautiful. Okay. Well, Cherie, my designer lady that's been doing my plants and my decor and my orchids and everything for 20 years. She's out here today, and they are revamping my wall of beauty out here. So they're refreshing it because we go on to like get ready for Fashion Woodlands. It's gonna be stunning. So we're just kind of refreshing everything, trying to brighten everything up, get it ready for Fashion Woodlands, and then it'll be pretty for next summer. But they are trying to get ready to do my sample of me to see if I'm gonna like how the texture is on my new pool decking. Yep. So we're rocking and rolling today. Got painters still painting. They are finishing up down here pretty much, and they are now starting to paint my back stairway. So they're getting everything taped off so they can be painting up here. Maybe they've already been painting. I think Tavo is sanding, but I think up here they'd already had it sanded. Yep, they're already painting. So we're changing everything from gauntlet gray to grizzle gray. Yep. So work. So let's go. Is it just me, or does it seem like everything we have around us anymore is just full of chemicals? I mean, lately I've been paying a lot of attention to all the different things in my house, and one of the things that is brought to my attention the most is laundry soap. Laundry soap seems to be one of the worst offenders. And that's when I found Earth Breeze. These little things are a game changer. I love this product so much. Let me show you, y'all remember Tashina, my daughter, let me show you, because you may want to be using these at your house also.
I've never even seen them.
So let me show you what these are like. This is so cool, guys. Remember, like a laundry jug takes up so much space. They're big, they're bulky, they're filling up our landfills nonstop. Look how amazing this is. These Earth Breeze sheets are so tiny. Like one little Earth Breeze sheet. Let me get it out of the package. All it takes is one Earth Breeze sheet. Now, you can, depending on the size of your load, you can use one sheet. If it's a smaller load, you can tear the sheet in half, only use half a sheet. If it's a much larger load, you can actually use 2 sheets. There's 60 sheets per package. So this is supposed to be like 60 loads of laundry that you can be doing. This is fresh scent. Smell that. Doesn't that smell good? And guess what? When you're done, it's this little tiny package is all that gets thrown in the trash. Plus it comes in a package that's been recycled. But look, when you're done, look, throwing this away versus throwing the big jug away,
So
a big saver on
like paper and
paper. Yeah. So and the great thing is these are safe for even the more modern HE laundry machines. And so I'm going to throw in some laundry. I'm doing towels today, so I'm going to throw in the towels. You can do it 2 different ways. You can either take the laundry sheet and throw it right into the laundry machine, or because these, you're supposed to put the laundry soap up here, I prefer to just tear it into little tiny pieces. Boom, 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 boom.
So then it dissolves.
Like so, and just throw it in here, and once the water hits it, it dissolves the little package and it turns it into laundry detergent. So I just take them, tear them up, throw them in the little container spot where it says liquid detergent, shut it, and then I turn my machine on and I pick what I'm going to be doing, which is towels, and start, and voila. So the great thing is I love the fresh scent, but we also got a fragrance free, because there are some people that are a little sensitive to fragrances. I'm not one of those, but Tashina is. She may order the fragrance free because she's very sensitive to certain scents, and so she would probably more so go for the fragrance free. But I love the fresh scent. I love it a lot. It's hypoallergenic. It's dermatologist tested, and These are so easy because they're pre-measured eco sheets. Half a sheet, 1 sheet, or 2 sheets depending on the size of your load. Works with warm and cold water for all HE machines. Quick dissolve for all around clean and septic and gray water safe. And we're on a septic system here, so hallelujah. So I am so excited. Powerful clean, powerful impact, ultra concentrated. No mess, no jugs. 60 loads. So right here we've got 120 loads. Right here. No heavy plastic jugs, no mess, no harsh chemical residue. Earth Breeze sheets are free from harsh chemicals like optical brighteners, dyes, parabens, phosphates, and preservatives. They're lightweight, pre-measured, and they dissolve right in the wash. Did you know most popular detergents are packed with harsh chemicals like optical brighteners that literally stick to your clothes like glue? They don't even clean your clothes. They just trick your eyes. It's easy, it works, and it's better for the planet. So we've made a switch, maybe you should too. And right now you can try Earth Breeze for up to a 40% discount with 4 free gifts. The link is in my bio. So I had the distinct pleasure of meeting one of the co-founders of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He was one of the gentlemen that helped a little boy back in 1972 have a wish come true. And that is how the birth of the Make-A-Wish Foundation began. And I opened up my podcast studio for him to do a podcast with another person because he needed good internet and soundproofing room and all this kind of stuff. So anyways, Shelly had reached out to me and said, would you mind if we, because he lives in your area, Theresa, would you mind if I came by with him and had him do his podcast from your studio? He's 85, 86 years old. I said, heavens yes, come on over. So anyways, they were here for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And afterwards, I met him before he went into the studio, but after he came out of the studio, we had a chance to sit and visit for a few minutes. And I just told him, I said, I used to donate to all kinds of different charities, which I still do, but not to the extent that because before I used to do all of my events, I would do charity of choice. So I'd be like, okay, this time we're gonna do the American Heart Association. Oh, this time we're gonna do the Cancer Society. Okay, this time, and so I would spread the love evenly. But once I met Shelly and heard the story of Make-A-Wish, I fell in love with them, and they have become my charity of choice. Every single time I host an event or do anything, they are the ones that get the benefits of the money that we raise. And I was so honored last year when I went to their very first Make-A-Wish gala at the Post Oak Hotel here in Houston. So I had seen this video there, but she shared it with me again a week ago. And I told her, I said, oh, I remember watching this video last year at the gala. And she said, oh yeah, we did play it at the gala. So, yeah, the video explains it all. The video explains why the Make-A-Wish is so near and dear to my heart. You watch that video and you cry. You're just like, yep.
I don't think there was any way that any of us could vision how this was going to spread, how this was going to just take off in all directions. It's not just United States, it's worldwide.
In 1972, I gave birth to Christopher. He was 4 pounds, 7 ounces. The nurse brought him to me and said, don't get attached, he won't live. And I said, yes, he will. I knew he would never grow up. I knew that just by holding him, looking at him. So I made every day count. Chris was my little buddy. He really was. We were planning on coming back to Phoenix for a visit, and along in mid-Texas, I noticed Chris he wasn't himself. Something is just not right. We took him right in. The doctor, he did a little pinprick on Chris and came back a short time later and said he has leukemia. The poor doctor just looked at me and looked at my brother and my mother and wrote down an address, St. Joseph's Hospital, and said, go there, they're waiting for you. Community college class, I'd met a lady by the name of Kay Austin. Her husband happened to be a U.S. Customs agent, which I didn't know. And she says, you know what, come on over to my house, we'll study together. Maybe I can help.
As we got into our studying, the front door opened and there was Tommy. And Chris jumped up with more energy than he had had the whole time he had been there.
Turned over and he said, freeze. I'm a police officer, so I froze. He got off the couch and he carefully searched my front pockets, and he was satisfied I was clean. He holstered his weapon. He stuck out his hand and he said, hi, I'm Chris. And from that moment on, we were buds. We were best friends. We were pals.
We absolutely loved having them be a part of our family. And Tommy began to talk to Lynn at that time about doing something special for Chris.
Ron Cox and Mike Stevens from DPS and I were together.
Tommy started telling all of us the story about Chris. So there was a lot of tears shed that night. And Tommy said that, well, some of you guys, many of you offered to help out when the time comes. I said, you bet, I will.
In mid-April, Chris had gone out of remission, and it was coming very close to the end. And I made a phone call to Tom Austin. And I said, Tom, if there's any way possible to make that promise come true, now is the time.
I called Chris on Friday, and hello, very weak drawers, very weak. Said, Chris, how would you like to have a ride on a real police helicopter Monday morning? Instantaneous, that voice changed. Oh, Tom, you're joking, you're joking. 6 o'clock Monday morning, the phone rang. Hello? Hi, Tom, this is Chris. You hadn't forgotten, have you? I said, no, I hadn't forgotten. Well, I went over there about 20 minutes till 8, and he was already out in the driveway. And I wish you could have seen the look on his face when I drove up. He knew it was real. A smile from ear to ear.
He was given a ride in a real Ranger helicopter. They landed at the Department of Public Safety. From there, we went over to Colonel Schaefer's office.
We stood him up on my desk, and I swore him in, handed him that certificate, and pinned a badge on his coat.
I mean, to him, with that badge, hat, everything, he was a policeman. He really was. On May 2nd, he said, Mommy, I'm not feeling real good. On May 3rd, he passed away. Just that quick. There was a unity born with these officers and what they did.
I love the idea of it, and I love what it brought those families.
And I know exactly when I make a large donation, and whether it be through Fashion Woodlands or whether it be from my own pocketbook or whatever, I always know where that money's going. And it's helping these little kids' wishes come true. And so, yeah, I'm quite honored, and we're gonna throw the picture up of me and him together last night. So that was us last night, standing here in my living room. He is so honored to have us host Fashion Woodlands every year. And I said, of course. And him and his wife in December will have been married 54 years. I mean, like, hallelujah, congratulations, you deserve a medal. That's a long time, 54 years. But he's just a sweetheart, so down to earth, such a sweetheart. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because not very many people know the backstory of why I chose Make-A-Wish and why I do everything I do for Make-A-Wish. And so I just wanted to kind of shed some light on that and let you guys see and hear why the Make-A-Wish Foundation is so near and dear to my heart. And then on top of that, my caregiver, Marion, because we have two caregivers, Marion and Nisi. Marion, come to find out, her son, he is 20 now, but when he was 7, he got a wish come true from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, because he has cerebral palsy and he was in a full body cast in the hospitals. And so the Make-A-Wish Foundation helped him get a wish to come true. And so they got to visit with Marianne last night too. And so it's just so full circle. It's just amazing how you come to find out so many people's lives that the Make-A-Wish Foundation has touched. And it's just amazing. So sweet. So they're starting to do the second coat. And I told them, I said, I want it smooth like this. I want it nice and smooth. More flowers this time, huh?
Yeah.
It's coming along. Wow. Very smooth. I'm liking it. And then as it gets a little bit drier, they pull the tapes. And then you can start to see the design. So I'm excited. Yay. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Wow. Love. So back in the closet, I wanted to show you some dresses. I've been ordering all over the place on the internet, different dresses. You already have seen some of my choices that I have to choose from in the closet already. But I think I've got 5 more that have come in. So I'm gonna just try them on here randomly and see what you guys think. Okay, here's one dress. Granted, I don't have a tan, so don't judge with the white legs, but
It's actually really cute.
it's kind of cute.
I like it.
Of course, I'd have a full spray on town. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll think about it.
Number 1, you guys are gonna judge, so I'm gonna need you to respond in the comments and let me know which one you are picking. Here's dress 1. Wow. This is a lot. I'm like, wow.
But I think it's cute and different.
It's just different, right? This is the back. It's very, it's like an Hervé Leisure,
That's what I was thinking. What am I-
very bodycon. But I'd have to get it hemmed a little bit because it's a little long, so. Or wear a higher heel. Because I'm stepping all over it.
I think that's fun.
It's kind of cute, kind of fun.
That's number 2.
So, this is number 2.
Dress
Now, mind
number
you-
3.
Now, mind you, I need a tan. I need a tan on my leg. So don't look at the white leg. Okay?
And yes, she has panties on
I
underneath.
guess I have panties on. But anyways, this is dress number 3. Remember, the theme is Cirque du Soleil. So,
It's cute. I don't know. For some reason, that one's just so different. I like number 2 and number 3 so far. Kind of torn between the 2.
number 3. Okay. Sorry, I'm having to hold it up a little bit. I'm walking on it. This is dress number 4.
I think it's beautiful, actually.
We have to get him. I can't even see what the back looks like.
No, it's very cute.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very open.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is dress number 4. What do you think? Pretty. But this one's really cute. I mean, like, look at the feathers. Like, very elegant. Goes with the theme, Cirque du Soleil. This is dress number 5. So, you guys have to help me. Leave your comments below on which dress or which dresses you think I should wear that evening. Or something from my closet. I don't know. But anyways, come on, come in here with me. Come in here with me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the clip that we stuck in of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I hope that makes y'all understand, not makes you understand, it helps you understand why I do what I do and why I pick the charities that I pick. And this is our 4th year of supporting the Make-A-Wish Foundation because of exactly why you saw it. And the great thing is, so far, we have been able to help 650,000 kids across the United States. I don't think it's worldwide. It might be worldwide. I need to double check on this, but so far, for over 35 years, they have helped 650,000 children have their wishes come true. So it's just amazing. But the money that we raise stays right here in our chapter, I call it a chapter, because they're all in different chapters. Ours is Louisiana and Southern Texas and whatnot. But so our money stays locally and it helps the kids locally here. And so I've been able to meet the kids that our money has all gone towards and helped, and it's just amazing. Like I said, to actually sit down with Tommy and get to visit with him last night was a dream come true. And just a little FYI, he will be attending the fashion event, and we will be bringing him up on stage and recognizing him. I think he's like 85 or 86 years old, starting to suffer from Parkinson's and starting to slow down as people do when they get older. And he is just so incredibly sweet and so happy to see the generosity that has helped keep his dream vision alive for the past 35 years. So we're gonna have fun honoring him that evening also. So make sure you get your tickets, guys. This is gonna be one of the most memorable events. And I know I've seen some hateful comments in there lately. You know, come on people, buy your tickets, support her stupid show with her washed up celebrities. And it's like, if you only knew how each and every person that is a part of Fashion Woodlands has a heart bigger than most people, and they would do anything to help support such an amazing cause. So,
Well, even if they knew who we already have kind of lined up for next year's slot.
yeah, if I could even tell you who is next year's, and they begged, they wanted in this year. And I said, there's no way I can take away from Theresa Giudice, who's already coming in, to have you, because you're a major headliner too. So
Massive.
So stay tuned, because we will probably be making, and I'm hoping that night we get to make the announcement of who this person is for next year's Fashion Woodlands celebrity guest, because it'll blow your mind. But yeah, we've already had celebrities from all over LA calling and wanting to be a part of it, and we're less like, well, we're going to have to put you on the waiting list for next year because this year's already full. So that's when you know you're doing good, is when people with a huge reach in their social platforms want to be a part of this. So, and whether you're a celebrity from way back when, I mean, we've had basketball players. We had Dikembe Mutombo. Like, you know, was he relevant anymore? No. Was he still playing basketball anymore? No. Was
Still
he
an icon, though.
was he from the past? Yes, but he's still an icon, you know? So just because someone's not relevant today doesn't mean they still don't hold their celebrity status from years ago, you know? Roger Clemens, he's not still playing baseball, but yet he's an icon, and he's been in our shows. Yeah, you know, Adrian Peterson, football players. We've had so many amazing pro athletes that are retired. That doesn't mean they're washed up and gone. I mean, they still have their status. And so I just find those comments repulsive, and it's just sad. And so I'm not gonna let that rain on my parade. So get your tickets. It's gonna be a hell of a show. You're gonna wanna be here to witness everything that's gonna go on that evening. And with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful, fabulous, memorable weekend, regardless of what you're doing. I'm gonna be attending some golf tournaments with the grandsons and filming what's going on around here. So I will see you all on Monday.
Oh.